This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast. Again, brought to you in part by Sphere Rocket VA. They make my life easier. And today we're talking to Josh. Super excited to have you. And welcome to the show, Josh.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Of course. And I guess the best way to get to know you is just to start at the beginning, right? So who are you? Where are you from? And how did you find yourself a real estate agent?
Sure. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, crossroads of America, Midwest. That's what we're known for. Was a student athlete in college and was a commercial real estate intern back in 2011. It was for a local group. It was a lot of casing buildings, looking at proposed projects, setting appointments, running the desk at whether it be a happy hour or a booth or event, helping run open house events. So that's kind of where I got the itch. My uncle is a custom home builder and has been for, it's probably 40 years by now. And so grew up working on the construction site. So really attribute kind of the connection to family. And then it was some of the first exposure I ever had to quote unquote a real job. And after a brief stint in the corporate sector for about 4 years, had flipped a house with my realtor in Dallas and decided, you know what, I don't see myself sitting in a managerial chair 20 years from now, kind of waiting on the clock to, hit 5 p.m. and go home. I'm going to go all in and kind of jump full time into real estate. So that brought me back to Indiana, high school, grad school, undergrad, grad school, north, south, and central Indiana, and just had that core sphere of influence, had some really good mentors here, and had that database where I felt like I could succeed. That's where I could succeed the most. And who doesn't like to go home and be around family and friends? So, yeah. So that's kind of where.
Who else do you sell to? Anyway.
Yeah. We sell to really. We have built a full service real estate team to really meet any client's real estate needs, whether you're investing, building a rental portfolio, whether you're liquidating a portfolio, anywhere from the first time home buyer to the $1 million listing on Geist. If you want to develop or build, we've got good relationships with local architecture firms, general contractors, civil engineering. So the bread and butter was the residential real estate, right? We buy and sell houses. If that's what you want to do, we have a full service team that's going to take care of you. And it really developed into, okay, how do we build an infrastructure across the board to service all these different ways to be involved in real estate?
Awesome. Josh, did you start with EXP or how did you get introduced there? Did you have a broker that you loved and you had to leave, or were you like, peace out, this model makes sense, see ya, or did you start with EXP?
For sure. No, the good question. Started with Century 21, which is kind of a older brand in real estate. Started out a team with a mentor. My goal was to make it 2 years and made it a year and a half. And I've always been kind of entrepreneurial, spirited. That's been my mindset. And then went independent with Remax. So probably 2 out of the top 5 kind of grandfather brokerages have been a part of. Great people, great relationships. It was hard to leave those places. Like, was the guy walking around the office, anybody who left their door open at some point in time, I was wandering in and asking questions. And so after building those relationships, it was hard to leave. Really had met a group of people in Indianapolis that I knew were successful brokers, and they were persistent, because despite my best efforts, it took them about a month for me to let them in. But once I got to know them, I went, holy shit, or am I allowed to cuss? Holy crap.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
But you meet those people, you were like, these are the people I want to be around, similar values, similar mission. And once I comprehended the EXP model, at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm leaving money on the table. I have the opportunity to work my way into ownership at EXP. And then I've found that, and this was something I thought was the case, but I found it to be true once I've been here. Those successful agents that I wanted to be around were willing to spend time with me. They were willing to mentor me. They were willing to collaborate with me to put me in a position to be successful. And that was like pulling teeth at some other brokerages. So that's really what kind of pushed me over the hump, is just the brokers and the people at EXP, not to mention the business model.
No, absolutely. And it's really cool here. The best of the best don't keep their secrets to their chest. I was just telling Josh about this event that we have coming up, where we've got some of the industry's, hottest real estate agents, and they're going to be there on stage giving away secrets like nobody's business, giving away, documents and models and other stuff that they're excited to share. And I think that that's really cool. Part of the culture here at EXP is that they want everyone to succeed. And a phrase that I hear often is a rising tide raises all boats, right?
Yeah, heck yeah. I want to save that one there.
You should. Because that's the total attitude at EXP, right? Handing off leads to your downline. Well, everybody wins, recruiting people to EXP, getting awesome agents to come over and stay here. I mean, stock goes up, everybody wins. It's incredible.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things we've been able to do is, you attract like-minded people that want to collaborate, that want to share their success. And, you mentioned rising tide raises all boats. It's like, I've never experienced anything like it. Like we will literally have, back in the office, we've got this morning, we had 20 people show up and independently work on their brokerage, continued education. And then we have a happy hour and talk about, happy hour with coffee and sandwiches.
Okay, I was like, wow, this morning you had like, I love real estate. This is
it's always a party, but that there is something going on as a group almost every day where we're just sharing experiences and not saying, hey, you have to do it this way, but like we're having success with it. Mm-hmm. And so we really have momentum as a group. And, you can try to be a master of everything and end up being an expert at none. But if you bring the right people together and you can utilize their expertise, you really find yourself being able to service your clients, or connect your clients to people that are experts at that specific niche. So love it. Love EXP. I'll be here forever. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
That's a great segue to my next question, Josh. Right. So you love the model, the numbers make sense, but, coming over to EXP, have you found something else that you absolutely love that, again, makes you say, I'm never leaving EXP?
Yeah, I love the mentorship program, right? Like there is a ton of different ways to produce revenue. And if you listen to any kind of entrepreneur, any kind of business owner, what's the first thing they talk about? Multiple streams of revenue. So love the fact that we can plug in, and if you're a successful broker, it's really easy to become a certified mentor. You get to help field questions with agents that are coming in XP. You get additional revenue from the production that they're handling, and then you can really send them on their way and continue to help others. So you talk about streams of revenue, the brokerage end of the business, the discount stock plan, mentorship fee. Love the fact that if you form a team, then you can actually provide and give your teammates an opportunity to have a reduced cap. That way they're getting to 100% of their transaction. They're getting to keep that much quicker. You talk about the ability to grow your rev share. You talk about opting into that discounted stock plan where you're increasing your revenue every month. And then you talk about opportunities for rainmaking, lead generation, opportunities in platforms we utilize for wholesaling. They offer a lending and a brokerage that is all electronic, all done online digitally. And let's be real estate is kind of a dinosaur residentially in how it operates. And like what I'm noticing is instantaneously everything's done online and ease. And this generation that's in their 20s and 30s, like that's what they want. Right. We are geared to operate for the people coming up who are buying houses, and we can still provide excellent service to the people transitioning out. So love the revenue. And then going back to like master of everything, expert of none. If you're a coach, a teacher, a team leader, a mentor, you can't do it all. Part of the goal is having a centralized message, helping others succeeding, putting it out there to as many people as possible. EXP is going to provide those outlets. They're going to provide, every week we send out a training we think that the office will benefit from, or our rev share group will benefit from. And they're popping on their they're popping in the EXP online campus via their avatar. They're doing it from wherever they're comfortable at, and they're getting value from an expert, to be quite frank, who's probably more qualified than me and has had more success. And like, where else are you getting that value unless you're paying for it, unless you're traveling for it? Like, that is an everyday occurrence. That is huge value.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. And that's a great reason to love EXP. That's a great reason to stay here. And it just seems like the amount of value that EXP gives just has no limit, right? Like it just keeps coming.
Well, that's what I keep waiting for it to cap. It's like I find something new that provides value to myself and my teammates every day. So every week.
I know it's like you're sitting here and we'll talk about this later too. When you're first looking at EXP, you're like, man, this is too good to be true, but I'm going to make the leap. I'm coming over. And you're just sitting here waiting for the other shoe to drop. And it's just like, it just keeps getting better.
That's what and how often in life do you find things like that? And like nobody likes change. Nobody likes monumental change. And if you're on the fence about it, if you haven't looked at it, it's worth a look. And a no change is tough, but take the leap, put yourself in a position to improve your life and get out of your comfort zone. What change puts you in a situation outside of your comfort zone, which is where growth comes from. And so do it now. Don't wait. I've been with EXP for 2 years. I wish I would have done it a year later, or a year earlier. Don't be one of those people. Do it, do it right away. You're going to see monumental benefits, and you're leaving value on the table if you don't look at it or you're like, I don't know, the change scares me. Maybe I'll wait to next year. You're doing yourself a disservice, kind of pony up and take that next step. So.
Absolutely. No, I agree. And, it is scary. Change is scary. But the number one thing I hear on this show, Josh, almost every episode, so much so I should probably get that in neon lights versus the podcast title, is that I wish I had done it sooner. I seriously hear that every episode.
Believe it. Seriously. And that you can say that about every market, and EXP is not going anywhere. It's growing. But especially some of these agents who have established business, they're like, oh my gosh, if I leave my business, if I leave where I'm at, is it going to impact my business? If put yourself in an opportunity to continue to grow. And if you idle, your business is going to shrink. It may shrink very, very, very slowly, but I think Ricky Bobby said in Talladega Nights, if you're not first, you're last. And so, take the next step, look at it, put yourself in a situation to grow. It's not a financial commitment that's going to break the bank. EXP is not asking anybody to say, oh, we need you to buy in at so and so percentage. They're just saying if you are a collaborative agent, come be a part of what we got going on. We will put you in a position to be a broker owner and not pay for so-and-so's lake house out in Florida as you pay the regional guy, the franchise, the national guy, the global guy, all the way up. So, stop. I'm over talking, but stop paying for other people's vacation and look at a brokerage that's going to provide you an opportunity to be an owner.
I have 2 points to make to you, Josh. The first one is you're not over talking. You're on a podcast, so that's the point of it. So keep talking. You're doing a great job.
There you go.
Second point is I have heard a lot of amazing quotes on the Icon podcast, but I don't think anybody has ever quoted Ricky Bobby. And I will take that all day. That's incredible. Well, Josh, moving on from EXP a little bit here, I want to know, as like we talked a little bit before we started recording, that you've got a baby on the way, you're married, you're hitting high production, right? You've got a team. So obviously you're a busy guy. How do you take care of Josh? How do you make sure that you are not on burnout mode all the time?
That is a good question. I think time management becomes extremely important, right? And so, we're in a business where we make our schedule. So many realtors, professionals in real estate, they feel like they have to adhere to everybody else's schedule. I'm here to tell you, no matter, what people think of realtors, we are professionals that are educated, that bring value. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable. You're hiring me to maximize investment or help you through a professional process. And that's what we do, and we're the best at it. And so don't be afraid to go ahead and set parameters on when you can do things. I know people want instant gratification, but a lot of what we do is setting expectations and communicating. So like every morning, I used to work out in the afternoon, and now I go in the mornings. It's because I'm busier and I don't have time, but it also allows me to start my day. And then instead of going straight to the office, I go home and make breakfast for my wife. I know real estate schedules are crazy. Things can pop up. You have to adjust. You have to adapt. But no matter what happens the rest of my day, I know I've got my exercise. I know I've spent some quality time with my wife. She feels appreciated. We get that connection during the day. And then guess what? There are days where we're done at 2:00. We have the rest of the day free, and we're going to go enjoy that moment. So I'd say time management, and then live in the moment. Enjoy. When you get to the point in real estate, so many people ask some questions. Oh my gosh, can't believe I have to deal with this. Or I can't wait to get through this. Stop asking yourself those, when am I going to get through this? Don't ask yourself those questions. Ask yourself, how far can I take this? How far can we go with this? How can I structure this to have a life and a business? And if you start asking yourself, how far can we go with this? You will start implementing systems to get your time back and live a life. And I like the money is great in real estate. The relationships are the best part, but we get to design our own lifestyle, and that's extremely appealing. So go out and be a rock star, design your lifestyle, and enjoy work and have time for personal life. It doesn't have to all be, business all the time. So
all work and no play is just not the way to go here.
No, it makes Josh a dull boy there.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I love that. Well, Josh, you said it right. It's okay to say no. Everybody wants some instant gratification, but ultimately, if it takes saying no to somebody and they can wait till the next day for you to recharge or spend some quality time with the fam, or, work out or watch your favorite episode of, I don't know, a series you're watching. I don't care. Whatever it takes to recharge you, it's okay to put some stuff to the side because it can wait until tomorrow. It can. For sure.
And just a quick story here. My grandfather-in-law, he is slowly transitioning out. He has been a real estate agent professional in Indianapolis for 42 years. And so obviously love to pick his brain. And one of the things that always stuck with me, I go, Ken, like, these people, they want to see 20 homes and they can't wait. And, how do you handle those people? And he looked at me, he goes, 42 years in the business, and I have never shown a home at the time one of my clients requested to see. And I started laughing. You got to be shitting me, right? And he was dead serious about it. And I've listened to him on the phone. He will, and it's about how you communicate, right? So he will thank them. He will get back to them, and then he will provide the appropriate time slots where he's able to go. He's not making him feel like he's too busy for him. So I'm here to tell you a testimony from a guy that's had a lot of success in 42 years, never shown a house to somebody on the original time they requested, never lost a client over it.
Wow. See, jot that down for those that are listening. It is okay to say no, and it is okay to time block, and never lost a client over it. I mean, ultimately, it's a business. People have to understand you got other things to do. You are excited to put them in their home, but can't drop everything in the moment that they want to see it.
And a lot of it's just about how you communicate. Like, as long as they feel like they're a priority, which they are, just not, missing your, baby shower, or not being able to pick up the dog at his appointment, or doing something special for your partner. They got to feel wanted. It's all about how you communicate.
Absolutely. No, I agree, hands down. And Josh, you've offered some great advice about, get a little bit of a work-life balance going there. And, again, if you guys don't believe in work-life balance, go back about 5 minutes and re-listen to that segment, because he offers a lot of great advice to get the ball rolling on that. You don't want to burn out, because then you can't be your best self to your clients or your family, and it adds up quick. So it's okay to say no. Go ahead, Josh. You're killing it.
No, you're right. No, I'm loving it. I'm piggybacking off what you're saying. Enjoy the journey. Real estate is so, people get into it and go, oh, it's great. It's the for-profit industry. The reality is to be successful, you're going to need to be consistent. You can have a lot of instantaneous success, but to be consistent over time is going to really grow your business. And enjoy the journey. Like, the people who enjoy the journey are going to go further than the people who enjoy the destination. So if you enjoy walking and you're enjoying day to day, like, goals are going to come, results are going to hit. Enjoy the journey.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. I agree 100%. And, it is your career. Take a minute to really look around and enjoy what you're doing. You're putting people in their homes. It's an emotional investment. It's a big investment. It's one that they've worked hard for. So enjoy that. You get to be a part of that moment for people. Life-changing.
Yeah.
I love
rewarding.
that. Josh, let's talk about the Icon Award through your eyes, though, right? So in Indiana, how many houses do you have to sell? We don't have to talk like GCI or crazy numbers, because our heads will spin. But
Sure.
About how many houses do you have to sell to Icon there?
Good question. Average purchase price is about $300K. So you need to sell about 32 homes a year to be an Icon agent, which is plausible, right? That's almost 3 homes a month.
No, I like to ask that question because then you really get a gauge of the market, right? So the last Icon that I talked to, I think she had to sell 47 houses a year to Icon because obviously their prices are just a little bit lower. And I was like, holy smokes, like I'm moving to Michigan because for the price I could get a mansion there, I can get a closet in Nashville in somebody else's house and have a So I was like, I'm on my way. So it's a good way to gauge, the market that you're in and about how much business you have to do. So, you said about 3 houses a month, but that's not all it takes to become an Icon agent. You really have to be involved with the EXP culture and you have to give back. So Josh, are you a coach, a mentor? Do you teach an EXP world? Do you vet other Icons? What is your avenue for giving back to EXP?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a certified mentor with EXP. Try to have 2 to 4 mentees going on at a time, really help them with once they get 3 to 5 transactions under their belt. My goal is to go have them run. They don't necessarily need me, but always make sure that intentionally build that relationship for a lifetime, right? I mean, that's why EXP is so special, because it's not all about, hey, 3 transactions are up, never talk to me again, go run and have fun. It's like, hey, I think you're ready. If you need me, I'm always here. We have, over the last couple of years, we started out with really 4 of us in an affiliates, like a vendor affiliate spare office room with no windows. It was like, what the hell are we doing here? And we've got about 57 agents in Indianapolis. We did end up kind of securing kind of a home base for us to operate out of, but we are, as a group, and this just isn't me, but as a group, we have a core group of agents that is consistent, and we are doing workshops on a weekly basis. And it's a lot of times it's an open discussion, but you're talking 15 to 20 agents in a room every week talking about what they're having success and what they're having failure with. From that platform, we have set up lead generation for agents who want to be a part of what we have going on. So we will kind of help onboard you. We will help feed you. So there's a lot of mentorship. There's a lot of coaching opportunity, and really just being a good colleague, right? Being a good colleague and showing support. Real estate's got this stigma of, it's a commission-based business, so we have a secret. Let's keep it close to the chest. No, like, we got a lot of good things going on. And instead of mentoring only through the program, let's try to set up an avenue where people in Indianapolis who need support can come and get it. And so that's been the main way to give back, is we're going to provide weekly value, in-person value for EXP Real Estate agents in Indianapolis. Always participate in your state meetings. We try to do an icon agent panel, just a Q&A session. So really the mentorship and the coaching is what I like to focus on. Do have a team. A lot of them are newbies, and newbies say first 1 or 2 years in the business. I'm a freshman football coach at a local high school. I've been doing that for just over half a decade. And so I like the team aspect. I like to have younger people who have talent, who need just to polish up some, and they just need somebody they can go ask a question or 2 real quick, pick their brain and move on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's fun to be a mentor. It's fun to, give them the tools that they need and see all the excitement that EXP can bring them, and watch them fly, and just be there when they have questions. Because heck, sometimes they've got stuff that you've never encountered before that you get to learn from. So
every day, even if it's somebody that's been in the business like a month or 2, we all, you ever talk to an agent and they go, well, I've been doing this for 20, it's blah, blah, blah years. Awesome. I can learn a ton from you, but you automatically, like, some of these agents, I've learned things from agents who've been in the business a month or 2. It's great. So, all about keeping your mind open, even if those agents necessarily don't have the experience you have.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, just taking every moment as a learning opportunity, getting better. And, another quote I hear on this show often is, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So
never be the smartest person in the room.
Never. There are plenty of rooms to be in. I promise you, you will never be the smartest. We've got some crazy geniuses here. Well, Josh, what's your favorite part about the Icon Award? Is it the big hefty trophy that you get in the mail? Is it being able to go to EXP Con or shareholders, getting your cap back? I mean, what aspect have you really enjoyed about iconing that you're like, yeah, I'd like to do that again?
In reality, like, I'd love to say it's the super nice trophy they send to the house, and your family and your friends and your partner gets excited. The cap is great, and I'll kind of circle back on that. But it has provided me a platform to go out and share my story and what I'm doing, and really, it's given me a platform to help others. Right? Mm-hmm. We're so busy in real estate. Helping others sometimes is like, I've got too much on my schedule. Being an icon agent has put me in a position to help other people succeed, which has been extremely rewarding. So that is undoubtedly my favorite part of being an icon agent. I do love getting the cap back. I do love getting the cat back. When I
Hello.
worked for Century 21 and Remax, like I was paying 30 plus grand in caps and fees every year and seeing none of it back. Now I can do what I do and produce, bring value to others, be entrenched in a company that is modern, that is adapted a new business model, that has a ton of rock stars, and they're going to pay me to be a part of it. They're going to pay you to be a part of a brokerage that is growing faster than any other brokerages, and all you got to do is go out and help others and do what you love. And so that's probably number two is I'm going to pay EXP 16 grand and they're going to pay me back. And if you really pay attention and work the stock, like one day as EXP grows, the stock price grows, who knows what that'll be worth. And so it provides security to my family, knowing that we do have a component of a retirement plan in place. And every year we get to go do what we love. And we don't have to give somebody else a cut. We just have to be a contributing member to the organization. They're going to pay us to do that. That's pretty cool.
And like, you're talking about that you had to give 30,000 to your last brokerage, and think about, what you can do with 30 grand, guys. That's a personal assistant to help you leverage your business. That's a team of 3 to 4 virtual assistants to really help you leverage your business. I mean, $30,000, just leaving that on the table, it's got to make you sick if you're looking at EXP knowing that it's an option to earn it back.
Just simple math was 4 years part of Century or Remax. $120,000. $120,000 that I won't ever get back. That's life changing right there. I'm speechless. I don't even know what else to say. I want that 120 grand back.
But yeah, you're right. It's life changing, and it's just incredible. Name another brokerage, let alone corporate America company that gives you that option. Don't care who you are. You can't do it. You can't touch it. It's awesome. Well, Josh, we talked a little bit about the newbies, so let's circle back to that here for a minute. I'm going to put you in a situation here, right? So I'm a rookie. I just passed my real estate exam. I'm coming to you. I've not even written an offer yet, right? And you're like, yeah, come join my team, Gian. I'm like, this is going to be awesome. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'd love to. Okay, Josh, EXP is cool and all, but I see this Icon Award. I know I haven't written an offer letter yet, but I want to try to Icon this year. What advice would you have for me? Would you have what some people call come to Jesus with me and bring me back to a realistic point? Are you going to let me fly? Where are some errors, that you may have missed the Icon Award in the past because of? Just give me the lowdown as a rookie when it comes to.
Sure. Well, you're going to have people look at you and go, come on, it's the first year. You got to be kidding me. But it is absolutely possible. We've got a gal in our office, Lindsay Schrader. She is going to Icon in her first year, and she's going to Icon a couple months ahead of her first year anniversary. So it is possible. And what you need to do is you need support. Okay. You've got to be willing to build a book of business by reaching out of your comfort zone, expireds, for sale by owners. You need to go find support. And what better place to find support than through EXP? And you're going to have to plug into the training that's offered, because in order to be new and bring on business, you're going to have to work with people that aren't necessarily people that you already have a pre-existing relationship with. So you're going to have to be willing to work online generated leads. You're going to have to be willing to go ahead and call or door knock or reach out to these for sale by owners, expireds that are on the market, because they need help. They haven't been able to sell their place, or they are overwhelmed trying to sell their own place and they need help. And to do that, you're going to have to use language that's sales orientated, that brings them into the comfort zone that you're a full service real estate team, and go find help from a successful EXP agent. We try to build an infrastructure. Like I've got a client care coordinator, a marketing coordinator, a transaction coordinator. So when we bring somebody in, if they're a new agent, we are providing them the service of once you have something under contract, let us take your service level up a notch and let our transaction coordinator keep a timeline, go ahead and conduct communication, and just bring that extra level of service that makes you look like you're a pro and you've been doing this for years. Utilize, bring content, bring pictures, videos to our marketing coordinator and let them put that together and put it online and look like a pro. Because if you continue to learn and do that, you are and you will be. And then plug in with our client care coordinator and share what you know about your clients and let them go pick out a closing gift. Let them go put them on the list and do customer drop-offs 4 times a year. Let them plug into our awesome CRM system, KV Core, and bring value to them on a monthly basis and make them feel special and let them know they are the priority. Like if you're a new agent and you can plug into a system like that, all you got to do is go out there and have fun and form relationships and be professional, and it's possible. You can do it. So support, plug into EXP training, plug into the agent network, because there is a lot of successful agents that are doing a lot of good things. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You need to let these people help you and save you time.
Absolutely. No, that's incredible advice. And, really warming up those warm connections, warm leads that you already have, leaning into them. Those are the people that you want to invest in because, you're the top of mind when their buddies want to sell their house or buy a home. They're like, oh, God, you got to work with this agent or this team. And I think that's incredible advice, and not to be afraid to get out there and talk to strangers. You're going to have to. If you want an icon in your first year, it's not going to be all referrals.
No, you're gonna have you're gonna have to work, but work towards a better life, a better lifestyle, more time. Like that's the fun of real estate. And if anybody's telling you that it's gonna be easy, don't listen to that person. It's not that it's hard, but you're going to have to do the work to be successful. And if you're not afraid of doing that, then the EXP is the place for you.
Absolutely. I love that. And Josh, my next question is going to be, as we're coming up on 40 minutes here on the podcast, awesome episode so far. So, for the people that are sitting on the ledge, right? We kind of talked about this earlier. They see the grass is greener. They're waiting for the other shoe to drop. They hear the negative things that other brokerages have started about EXP, right? They're a pyramid scheme. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. They're a cult. So what would you have to say? What would you have to say to either, yourself all those years ago when you first heard about EXP and were hesitant to make the jump, or maybe somebody listening right now that's on the ledge, they see the greener grass, but they're too scared to do it?
If you have other brokerages intentionally going out of their way to undercut you, to say something bad about brokerage and what you're doing, that brokerage is doing something right. And so I think that my best advice is go find out for yourself. Go pull the top agents in EXP, the top 10 agents in the state. Go reach out to them and see who's going to be willing to connect. Here's a good practice. Go print the top 10 brokers in the state out of 5 different brokerages. Reach out to all 10 of those brokers and let me know what's the highest percentage of those brokers return your phone call. I would bet today that EXP is going to be the highest percentage volume of successful brokers reaching back out to you. And yes, there's a rev share component. And yes, there's a downline component. You are not paying into anything. It works because the customer, like every other brokerage, is paying for your service. We're just doing it as a group, and we're just doing it on a very unique and really a new cutting edge business model, which just allows us to be, if you're a producer and you're all in on this, it paints you in the best light. So that would be a good practice. If people are throwing them under the bus, don't listen to them. Go find out for yourself. Go contact the top 10 brokers. And if you're unsure about it, go try to do that at a couple other brokerages and let me know how it goes.
No, you're 100% right. And I love that. You do owe it to yourself to check out other brokerages. Go ahead. But are you going to find one with a model that you're able to earn your cap back and, really just have no limit to your growth the way that EXP does and multiple streams of revenue and everything else? If you do find out about it, come join me on the next
come let us know, because if that is out there, I'm unaware of it.
Right. Absolutely. And there's people that are trying to copy EXP, which is awesome. Imitation's the best flatteration. But it took EXP years of trial and error to get to where they're at today. We just sailed past, I believe, 80,000 agents last night, which is incredible.
Yeah, heck awesome. Yeah. That's what, listen, we as agents, like if you got into the business and thought, okay, I can do this online lead generation, right? Like I'm going to build out my SEO organically, and then I'm going to pay for leads. I'm going to build a platform that captures information. I'm going to create geo fences and use geo cookies to digital advertise to people to provide value, and quickly realize, like, holy crap, the people that are doing this are public companies and have the resources to sustain this and provide value. Like, I'm good at certain things in terms of service and selling. Let EXP go spend the resources for the technology. Go ahead and provide partnerships through national vendors that bring customers value. Like, let them go do that, and let's go do what we're good at, and that's intentionally build positive relationships and go sell.
Absolutely. No, you're 100% right. Get out there, go sell. You're building these great relationships. That collaboration is key here, and EXP's got plenty of collaboration to go around.
Absolutely.
Well, Josh, this has been an awesome episode. As we wrap up, is there anything that you want to leave the listeners with today?
Say, if you're on the fence, jump. It may be the scariest thing you do. It may be uncomfortable at first. If you stick through it, if you can make it that 1 year and you do not see growth, I think you'd be the first person to do it. So, and remember, with getting outside your comfort zone comes growth, and those are the kind of people we're looking for. So, Gianna, this has been awesome. It was very nice to meet you. Would love to come back anytime. You all rock, and appreciate you as always.
Of course. Yeah. It's been my pleasure to share your story, Josh. And anytime you want to do a spinoff episode, maybe you want to talk about mentorships, maybe you want to talk to the rookies, I don't care what you want to do. Just send me some questions to ask you, and we can have an awesome podcast out of it.
Cool. Appreciate you.
You're so welcome. And we'll be talking to you soon, Josh. See you later.
All right. Bye, guys.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success, and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.